All right, problem 16. Find one positive and one negative angle that coterminal with 3 pi over 5. So as we start out here, let's just think about 3 pi over 5, or 3/5 pi. We know a whole pi would be 5/5, so 3/5 is about 60%. That angle looks something like this. All right, it opens up from here to there. So if we need to find another positive angle and a negative one, here's things to think about. Let's go ahead and do the positive one first. So if my angle opened up to where it's at already here, if I needed a positive angle that had the same initial side and the same terminal side here, I could go all the way past there until I came around and ended up in the same spot. So I've gone a full distance of 2 pi. To get another angle that's positive here, I'll just take my 3/5 pi and I'm going to add to it 2 pi. Now, in order to add fractions, we're going to have common denominator. So 2 pi, right? What divided by 5 is going to be 2? Well, we know that's 10. So 10/5 is the same thing as 2. So when we add those together, we're going to end up with 13/5 pi, or 13 pi over 5, if you wanted to say it that way. So that would be our positive value. If we wanted another positive one, we could just go around the circle and add 2 pi again. Now for the negative value, right, if we're looking for a negative one, well, we already had our initial side here, right, where we went, and actually I'm going to just redraw this right over here. So we had our original 3 pi over 5, all right? Well, if we think about starting at our initial side here and going backwards around the inner circle until we got to that same terminal side there, that would also be a coterminal angle. And this one, since it's going the negative direction, would give us a negative angle. So the easiest way to come up with it algebraically, or just actually just using arithmetic, we're going to say here 3/5 pi. And instead of adding 2 pi, we're going to take away 2 pi. So we're going backwards around the circle to figure out where we would be at. So again, common denominator is needed. So again, that's going to be fifths. This would be minus 10/5 pi. And in this case, we'll see that we would get 3 minus 10 is negative 7/5 pi. So that would be a negative angle that's coterminal with that given 3 pi fifths. So in other words, you're just adding 2 pi over and over or subtracting 2 pi to get coterminal angles.